It's a historic rivalry between two clubs, two cities that is known the world over. This afternoon there is a chasm between them in the WSL table, but with Liverpool rediscovering their form in 2026, this one may not be a foregone conclusion. As Manchester United look to start on the front foot, Jess Park, she will be key down that right-hand side, and she's such an exciting player to watch when she's on her game, Jess Park.
Oh, she is. The trickery, the bravery, the directness of Jess Park. I think she's fantastic, and she's come on leaps and bounds this season, and she's a fantastic player for Manchester United, and she will be key to them getting any kind of joy and success today.
There's Turland, first chance for Manchester United. Strong strike, 42 seconds on the clock, and Jennifer Falk already called into a save.
Yeah, you're completely right. It's a strong strike and it's a strong start for Manchester United, and Elizabeth Turland just showing exactly why she's been put in the starting lineup today. She came on last week and scored a fantastic goal against Aston Villa, and she started today as she means to go on.
The Liverpool supporters making their voice heard as the home side try and quiet down that travelling support. Mallard. Support down the right-hand side in Jade Riviere. Now Park, isolated on this left-hand side with Bernabe into the side today. Not played much in the WSL. Tessier's cross, easily dealt with. Manchester United starting on the front foot, just like their manager wanted them to. There's Park. Riviere is on the overlapping support, but O'Sullivan is back from midfield just to watch that roll behind for a goal kick. But Manchester United, they've got some pace about them in the first couple of minutes here.
Yeah, you can see exactly what Mark Skinner's told them to do, to come off, from that start and whistle, go straight in, go aggressive, especially, taking the game to Liverpool and not letting them get out of the traps. I think seeing Jess Park, she's very fluid in where she can be playing, along that kind of three in that midfield, anywhere along the front line. So today she started out more on the right-hand side when maybe she was more central last week, but she offers so much to this Manchester United side that she can really play anywhere.
Maybe a chance in here behind as Valentullis-Joyce comes charging out of her penalty area to pump that into touch. Those situations can so often go wrong, but the United States goalkeeper off her line and taking command of that situation.
Yeah, it makes such a difference, doesn't it, as a back line and as defenders, when you've got a keeper like Valentullis-Joyce who will come out and pretty much sweep and claim everything. It gives you that confidence.
As Liverpool look to try and build out the back for the first time this afternoon. Martha Thomas, it's her first touch in Liverpool colours. As Liverpool just get to grips with the ball. Falk in goal once again for Liverpool today. Faye Kirby having to settle for the substitute position. Patient in their play here, Liverpool.
It is. It's interesting to see the position that Maya Le Tissier took up there as well. She was really, really high. She's dropped back down into defence now, but she's supporting the Manchester United press there. It just shows how much versatility the players have got, and that they can kind of fill in for each other wherever needed.
There's Capox, who comes deep to collect, but all the players on the pitch, bar Tullis-Joyce, are currently in the Liverpool half. Very tight. There's Fisk, opportunity for the Liverpool captain to work out from the back. And now Clark. Manchester United keeping it tight in the middle. There's Bernabe. Sees movement down the left-hand side. Kerry Holland's got some room here, and she's got the cross into the middle, and Sandberg's forced to put it behind for a corner. There was two arriving in Liverpool colours, and Manchester United in their defensive positions, and they had to be.
Yeah, it's really positive and really brave build-up from Liverpool, especially down this left-hand side. It's a fantastic run from Kerry Holland, just running inside of Jade Riviere, and she looks up and gets a fantastic ball across that 6-yard box, and they just can't make it count on that occasion. But it's a really positive start from Liverpool there. Just flashes across the face of goal.
Sandberg wasn't to know what was behind her. Sometimes you just have to play it sensibly and concede the corner. Remember, only one win in the WSL this season for Gareth Taylor's side. First corner of the game. It's a Liverpool one. Kerry Holland has come across to take it for the away side. It's floated in towards Jenna Clark. Manchester United able to clear their lines. Good pressure from Nalsson, but Liverpool get possession back. Sandberg now. Kapok's taken her to the corner and forces the Manchester United full-back to knock it out for a Liverpool throw-in.
Yeah, and I think that's clever from Shimazu, just to put the ball straight back into a dangerous area when Manchester United haven't quite managed to clear their lines from the corner. And now they've got themselves in a good position for a throw-in.
She is now with the throw-in. It's not the best of return passes, though, by Bergstrom. All that hard work up in the Manchester United half comes to nothing.
Yes, after I've just said that as well. Just want to take care a little bit more, with a little bit more quality, Liverpool, when they do get themselves in those positions.
Loose touch by the new signing, Alice Bergstrom. Jenna Clark chasing Turland all the way into the Manchester United half. Both sets of centre-backs seem keen to push up on the opposition front line.
Yeah, I think that's going to be an interesting battle today, especially there, Jenna Clark up against Turland, just to make sure she doesn't give her any time or any space to be able to turn when the ball does come into her.
Thumped away at the back by Dominique Janssen. Scored in this fixture last season. Here's Fisk. Forced to go back to her goalkeeper as Turland charges down the ball, as does Nalsson. Janssen steps into the midfield and is turned quite easily, and that forces a foul. And I'll be surprised if there's no yellow card here for Zighiotti. There's a word from the referee, and maybe that's some wise officiating to let her off with that one there.
I think so. It's so early on in the game here, but again, Liverpool do so well, especially this time Kapok, just to get out of Manchester United's press and just draw the foul from Zighiotti home. She's lucky there not to go in the book, but as you say, it is very early on in the game.
We don't want to see yellow cards come out this early on.
Far too early for a yellow card, for sure. Especially with how much, how competitive we're expecting this fixture to be.
Yeah, being one of the deeper midfielders on a yellow card for 83 minutes is certainly a thin tightrope. 7.5 minutes played. Yet to find a goal, yet to talk about a serious opportunity in this game. But after Manchester United's fast start in the first couple of minutes, Liverpool have found a rhythm. There's Falk. Finds the head of Janssen, but the loose ball once again is picked up by a Liverpool player. They seem to be getting the 50-50s at the moment to the away side. Kapox runs into Malar. Miyazawa. Malar wants it back, but Miyazawa instead finds Lisa Nalsson. Can she find room for the shot? No, she can't. O'Sullivan's there to win it back, but she gives it away to Turland. Another save by Falk, this time getting down to her left, getting down quickly. Liverpool unable to get out of the corner. Miyazawa puts the pressure on, but that throw-in goes the way of Liverpool. Another chance, though, for Turland.
Yeah, another chance and just a little bit more of a scare for Liverpool there. It was, Nalsson finds herself with a little bit of space, but Liverpool do well. They get bodies crowded around them, and O'Sullivan just can't quite clear her lines on that occasion. But it's a fantastic save from Falk, just to get down to her left-hand side from Turland's strike. And she does really well to parry it away from goal and away from danger.
It's an instinctive hit from Turland, wasn't it? She didn't even look at goal. She just swung her left-footed and it looked like it was nestling in the bottom corner.
And that's exactly how she scored last week against Aston Villa. It was instinctive, one-touch, first-time finish. So she, she's very capable of that. Absolutely.
Riviere flicks it forward. O'Sullivan's able to take control. Oh, it's very tight. Dangerous play. Liverpool find a way out of it. O'Sullivan now. The only player on the pitch with a shirt tucked into her shorts. It's an old school look. Bergstrom wants too much time over on the right-hand side. Kapox will join the attack now. Miyazawa wants the flag. Stays down, but fortunately for Liverpool, just too much on that for Cornelia Kapox.
Shimizu again, though, down that right-hand side, just not afraid to just put the pressure straight back on Manchester United. And I think that's what Liverpool are doing well so far. It's picking their moments. Sometimes we do play out, as you said before. Sometimes they'll play a little bit risky and a little bit patient, but actually, when the opportunities are on to go direct, to go forward, they have done that as well. So, really positive that they're mixing it up from the off.
Yeah, don't be fooled by the positions in the league table. This Liverpool side with fresh blood as well. Certainly different to the side that started the season. Here's Capox. Just to wriggle away from 3 Manchester United players. Shimizu. All very tight over on that far side. Miyazawa. Arthur Thomas, number 31 at the top for Liverpool this afternoon, former Manchester United player. I mean a lot, this fixture to her. Sandberg, very cleverly done, and she'll get it back. Nicely done in the middle by Manchester United. Park screaming for it on the right, but Sandberg instead goes left. Nalsund, lovely footwork. Lisa Nalsund, well, it was until she accidentally stood on the ball. Manchester United win it back though. Malar scoops one to the back post. Park tries to hook it back in, but the angle was tight and can only knock it into the side netting.
Yeah, good start there from Manchester United when they do obviously counter and find themselves. I thought could have just unleashed Jess Park out on this right-hand side to start with. She was in acres of space, but Mallard just shown what she's capable of to be able to switch the play. She got 2 assists in the game last week against Aston Villa, so they're going to have to press her really, because she will create chances as well as obviously take chances in front of goal. But Jess Park couldn't quite finish that one on that occasion.
There's a difficult angle for Park to find the target from such a narrow angle. West Ham United have taken the lead against Tottenham. That could be a turn-up for the books down at the bottom end of the WSL.
I think it just shows just how competitive the league is at the moment. As you said before, this doesn't look like a side for Liverpool that are sitting in bottom place on the table, and obviously like they're West Ham taking the lead against Tottenham as well. So it's fantastic to see just how competitive the WSL is.
We'll keep an eye on that one. Here's Turlin. Zigiotti takes it in the head and plays it over the top for Melvie Malar, who had just gone a yard too soon. Liverpool's defensive line is risky, but there it was right.
It was. I think it was just tight on this one, but I think they got it right on that occasion. She just falls offside there. Mallard, she tries to get herself back onside at the last minute. But like you say, Liverpool playing risky with that high line. See
Shimizu like stop for a moment just to see Mallard nudge into an offside position. Cleverly done by the Liverpool fullback. On loan from Manchester City, of course. "13 minutes played, still goalless in this WSL Sunday afternoon." That's Port. Zigiotti. Malar, Manchester United looking dangerous all of a sudden. Goes for the left-footed cross this time, but not her best. Bernabe takes control of the situation. Can't work their way out. Liverpool still confident about trying to play out from the Manchester United press, but fallen into a couple of mistakes in the last few minutes. Janssen. Now Sandberg down the left-hand side. There's 5 red shirts in the middle. To the back post it goes. Bernabe rises highest. Big header. As Janssen comes out to connect with that, but Arthur Thomas was having her shirt pulled. That'll be a Liverpool free kick.
Yeah, you're right though. There's no danger there that Manchester United are attempting to really flood the box, aren't they? And they're bringing bodies forward in the attack, and that's going to be really dangerous. And Liverpool are going to have to be really switched on that. Yeah, Malar, she's turned into more of a goal creator than a goal scorer of late. Not scored in the WSL for 3 months now, as the former Lyon forward. It's not going well at Goodison Park for Everton. 1-0 to Aston Villa. Still waiting for our first goal here at Leigh Sports Village. Manchester United have had the best opportunities so far, but Liverpool have absolutely been in this game. Even though we're only quarter of an hour in, it's already to'd and fro'd. Here's Janssen. Loose pass from the Manchester United centre-back, and now Thomas can pick up on that.
She tries to find O'Sullivan, but Zigiotti's back, and it's a risky ball to her goalkeeper. Tullis Joyce had to be on her toes for that one.
Yeah, they're winning the ball back in good areas, Liverpool, but it's that quality when they do get the ball, not to panic, just to relax. They do have a lot more time than maybe they think when they do get the ball. It's almost like when they get it, it's like hot potato. They want to get rid of it as quick as possible, but just taking that, maybe that extra touch just allows them to bring more players into play.
Dominic Janssen with a rush of blood to the head. That's well worked in the middle. Not worked well enough, unfortunately, as Nagano is dispossessed. Shimizu wins it back. Fuka Nagano into Holland. Manchester United retreating into their defensive shape. There's O'Sullivan. Now Clark to Shimizu. Now Bergstrom. Those bright yellow boots over on the far side. Falk, she seems so calm when she's got the ball at her feet. Last touch there came off Sandberg. That'll be a Liverpool throw-in.
She is calm, isn't she? Quite composed as the ball's come back to her. No panic, even when she's got Taylor breathing down her neck at times. But, you know, that's what they need, Liverpool. They need that little bit of calmness, bit of composure, and just being able to take care when they do get the ball, as we just spoke about before.
Plenty of experience in the gloves and the boots of Jennifer Falk. I mean, playing in 3 games, your first 3 games for the club, and not conceding a goal. It's some way to stamp your authority on this Liverpool team. Yeah,
she's had an unbelievable start to life at Liverpool, hasn't she? I think she was up for save of the month as well. I think it was for a save against Tottenham Hotspur last week as well. So yeah, an exciting start for her to life in the WSL.
Absolutely. Miss Mallard can't find a way beyond the tall frame of Jenna Clark. Zigiotti absolutely thumps the ball into the supporters over on the far side. There was an arm raised in apology.
Just wonder whether a little bit of frustration's creeping in for Manchester United and their players now. They're expected to kind of start this game and be fully on top, but it's been quite even so far.
It really has. Taylor with the only 2 strikes at goal so far. Riviere, good attacking defending from the Manchester United fullback. Look at the Liverpool press, not making it easy at all for the home side. Talk about the experience of Falk in goal being a new signing, but the signing of Denise O'Sullivan in the middle as well. She's got plenty of experience too.
Yeah, she has, you say, international experience, NWSL experience, and she brings that into that midfield, and you can see exactly why, you know, Gareth Taylor wanted to bring her into the side. I think she'll be a fantastic addition to the team.
She's won a free kick here. Yeah, Gareth Taylor was talking about exactly what she brings. She may not necessarily bring goals to this Liverpool side, of which they've only scored 7 WSL goals in this whole season, but she certainly brings experience and that winning mentality. O'Sullivan with the foul on the halfway line. The referee might well come back to that. In the meantime, Manchester United play on. Here's Janssen. Sandberg. Now Mallard. Immediately surrounded by white Liverpool shirts. Now Letitia. Janssen to Sandberg.
Yeah, Liverpool have set up really well and really organised, and you can see exactly what they're trying to do. Manchester United's outlet usually through the midfield is Miyazawa getting on the ball, but Denise O'Sullivan's just sitting tight on her and not allowing her any space and time.
Yeah, we've hardly mentioned Miyazawa in this game so far. Our only goal of the season actually came against Liverpool in the 2-0 win in the reverse fixture back in September. It's an absolute belter as well by Hinata Miyazawa.
Yeah, when she gets that time and space, she can be really dangerous. But I think, you can see Liverpool have kind of clocked onto that today, and we're not going to allow her any time. We're going to allow her any space, and Manchester United at times are trying to have to go over that press a little bit.
Here's O'Sullivan. Confident play from Grace Fisk to bring the ball out for Liverpool. Now Capox. Here's the scream of Shimizu on the far side. It's not a bad ball in. Janssen had to watch that. And the big Dutch defender nods it behind for a Liverpool corner. Gareth Taylor happy with what he's watching.
Yeah, you'd be pleased if you were Gareth Taylor. It was Grace Fisk who charged out from the back line, and Shimizu probably not favoured to get on the edge of this ball, but she provides the cross in and making Janssen in the centre of the park work. But again, Anna Sandberg just couldn't get there, but Liverpool positive from them.
The side bottom of the WSL impressing here down the other end of the M62. 20 minutes on the clock. Manchester United 0, Liverpool 0. Kerry Holland's going to take this corner. Well, there's the header. Turland's there to clear, as is Park. Back in from Shimizu, but Malar in the way. They're not hesitant about sending the ball in to Liverpool. Yeah, we talk so much about how composed Manchester United centre-backs are with the ball at their feet. Sending the ball into the penalty area is another kind of test for Janssen and Letizia.
Yeah, it is, and most of the time they are equal to the test, but I think, you know, they're going to ask the question of them time and time again, and when you've got players coming up from the back like Jennifer Clark, Liverpool are yet to score from a set-piece this season, so I think it'll be an area for them where they obviously want to change that stat and change it quickly, but, you know, they've started off in the 2 corners in quick succession from Kerry Holland.
Liverpool with the ball at their feet once again. Holland. To Shimizu. Nagano's dispossessed fairly as well. Manchester United can't make the most of it. Here's O'Sullivan. Now Clark. It's risky at the back from Liverpool. Nolson wins it. And now it's Elizabeth Turland. Shot ricochets off Fisk, and that's just about kept in play. Or is it? No, it's a corner. Liverpool almost the masters of their own downfall there.
Just lets Turland get a little bit too much space. Again, it's this playing out from the back. They've just really got to take care, because Manchester United make no mistake in their press. Maybe Turland takes a little bit too much time. And yeah, it looks like potentially it's a difficult angle, but looks like it's creeped out for a corner. Jennifer Falk can't quite keep that in. Deflecting off Grace Fisk. But yeah, I thought Turland just took a little bit too much time when the ball came into her there, obviously on the edge of the box. Probably got to be a little bit more cuter and kind of take your strikes early.
It's a third effort of the game already from Elizabeth Turland. Manchester United now with a chance to send one into the Liverpool penalty area. It's towards Janssen. Zigiotti tries to keep it alive. It's thumped away by Thomas. Park drops it down. It's a loose touch. Well, how about that? Surrounded by Liverpool shirts, though, once again. Manchester United unable to release Jess Park. And they'll start again with their left-back, Sandberg.
Every time Jess Park gets on the ball, there's 2 or 3 Liverpool players surrounding and not wanting to give her that time and space.
Malar, what a touch that was, and a little bit of WWE here at the LSV. And we've seen a couple of fouls now by Manchester United, which would suggest that they're unhappy with the way the game is developing.
Unhappy, frustrated, you can see it in the body language, and yeah, now that frustration's going to turn into a booking for Melvine Mallard.
But does she have a case here for a foul?
I think originally you can see, I mean, no, not for me. I think she's very, very quick to get into a bit of a tussle here. She's got the ball. Originally, I think it's Bernabei gets the ball. You can't be pulling at shirts and pulling people back like that.
But you can't also be talking to the referee like that.
Exactly, they need to manage their frustrations, especially Mallard in that position. She might have got away with the foul or the pulling not being a yellow card, but then when you go on like that talking to the referee, you're not going to get away with that.
A very obvious dissent from the French forward. They do have options on the bench to replace her nowadays as well, Manchester United. Ellen Vongerheim waiting for her moment. Fridolina Rolfo is back in the side today as well after shaking off an injury.
Yeah, and that's what it took for Manchester United last week against Aston Villa. At 1-1, it was the changes, it was the substitutions they could make and bring on, and it was that real squad depth that they've got for them that will come on and make the difference.
Nolson, very nicely done. Miyazawa Brings in captain Letitia. Moves for Mallard from the Liverpool supporters. She's got the ball back here, faced with Benabe once more. Mallard finds a cross. Fisk has to watch it. It bounced up in front of her. I think she actually cleared that with her knee, did Grace Fisk, but did the job.
Yeah, any body part will do, I think, at this point when you're feeling a little bit under the cosh. As you say, Mallard getting booed as well. I wonder if that'll be a little bit of fuel for her, though. I wonder if she's that type of player that a boo might spur her on and go the opposite way for what the Liverpool fans want.
Yeah, you don't really want to give Mallard much encouragement, given the striker she is. Throw in here for Manchester United. Doesn't quite get cleared at the first time of asking, but Liverpool then able to thump it away. Absolutely no sign of the Liverpool front line, though. Big header from Fisk. Now Bergstrom, and Liverpool can maybe just slow it down for a moment, because it's been all about Manchester United in the last 10 minutes or so. Here's O'Sullivan, pressured again by Ziggiotti. No foul. She has a word with the referee, Phoebe Cross. Shimizu into Mallard, who has to be careful dangling out the foot like that. Bergstrom. Wonderful run by Bergstrom. Can she find a teammate? Almost works it out to Holland, but a tackle from Riviere to perfection.
Yeah, she couldn't quite make the pass work, Bergstrom, there, but I think just what she's showing since she signed for Liverpool is that kind of energy, what Gareth Taylor wants about his side, not only in the press, but also, you know, when they do get the ball, can they drive into spaces and draw fouls, draw tackles, which is maybe what they haven't had before.
Yeah, new blood, new players to train with. It just gives you a new energy, really, on the training pitch. Your old side firm, Brighton Hove Albion, 1-0 up against London. Here come Manchester United once more. They're really on top at the moment. Turlen looking for a teammate in the middle, but has to go back to Park. Riviere. Miyazawa under pressure as always in that midfield. Kapok's closing her down this time. Janssen chased by Kapoks. Now Letitia. Park having to come deep, which is never a good sign for Manchester United. Good sign for Liverpool.
I was just going to say, good sign for Liverpool, though, the further away she is from the goal.
As Fisk is able to step in and take command. Mallard beaten to it by Shimizu. Back out on that left-hand side now, Melvine Mallard, after having that incident on the right-hand side where she picked up a yellow card.
I thought that was really, really organised for Liverpool, just in the way they defended that kind of spell of play from Manchester United. Obviously started out down this right-hand side, and what could have been a very dangerous situation. There was 2-3 Liverpool bodies in and around it, but then the lack of quality there.
It's poor again from Liverpool at the back, but Manchester United once more can't make the most of it. Lugano goes long. Bergstrom. Bit of room to move into here for the new signing. Loads of room on the left, which is where it ends up. Holland now. One-on-one with Riviere. It's Kerry Holland, tries to work the angle, but again, Riviere on her toes and getting in an excellently timed tackle.
Really good defending there from Riviere, wasn't it? Because Liverpool just turning on the screw, turning the dial a little bit, increasing that pressure. It was clever from Bergstrom to switch the play and found Holland out in that space on the left-hand side, but Riviere was equal to it, and she's defended really well when she's been called upon so far.
Impressing as ever, the Canadian international. Approaching the half-an-hour mark, still awaiting the opening goal this afternoon. There's goals everywhere else.
I was saying, though, Liverpool looked like defensively quite organised, and, you know, the way they were kind of set up, talking about it. The only, you know, kind of dangers we've seen for Liverpool really is when they're playing out themselves and causing themselves a few issues out from the back there, and we saw it again there from, you know, a little bit of confusion on the back line.
Once again, don't be confused by the WSL table. 4th versus 12th. Form guide tells a different story. Malar. It's pulled back there by Bergstrom. And Malar's got to be careful. Once again, she's protesting with the referee. And she was asking for a yellow card, and she's got what she wanted, a yellow card for Alice Bergstrom.
Yeah, Bergstrom gets tight to her, pulls her back. You can see it there, the tug on the hip, and it's the reaction from Mallard for me, though. She needs to keep her cool and keep her composure. And, you know, the player that she is, the quality that she's got to expect that players are going to get tight to her and going to obviously want to ruffle her up a little bit. But she's playing right into the hands with the reaction every time, after every foul.
No one's got more goals than her at Manchester United in the WSL this season, and it's not going her way this afternoon. And you can clearly see the frustration bubbling up. She'll have a chance, I can guarantee you that. Manchester United have a chance here, though. Half an hour on the clock. Sandberg will swing it in. It's not a bad one, and Jennifer Falk, full of confidence, grasps it. Tries to launch the counter-attack, but that wasn't the best distribution from the experienced goalkeeper. Here's Janssen. Now Letizia. Manchester United starting from the back once more. As Holland puts the press on the Canadian. Letizia goes long this time, and it's over the head of Bernabe. Miyazawa does her best to keep it in, but was always going to be fighting a losing battle there. Confident goalkeeping again, though, by Jennifer Falk. Being a defender and having your goalkeeper act like that behind you, it must give you such peaceful night's sleeps.
Yeah, no, for sure, it definitely does. I think if you're playing in a back line, we spoke about it before for Manchester United, and Fallon Tullis-Joyce being able to come and be that presence. But now Liverpool have got Falk in their goal, and it's exactly why they signed her, exactly what they needed to be able to provide that confidence. Unfortunately, going forward, there's a little bit sloppy on the playing out, but when you're looking behind, you've got a defender like that with that experience, you feel so much more positive, especially mentality-wise going forward.
Here's Malar being forced back by Shimizu, and it'll go out for a Manchester United throw-in, but right in the middle of the Manchester United half. Malar being forced back. Be intrigued to see at half-time whether Mark Skinner makes any alterations to his shape or to his personnel. Here's Malar in a tussle with Shimizu. And the free kick goes the way of Manchester United.
It does, and I'm watching Malar's reaction again. You can see she's jumping up and down a little bit, not too happy with the pressure. We've seen them switch sides already at times. Park's come over to the left, Mallard's come to the right. They're trying to find ways of creating space, but Liverpool are equal to it at the moment.
Once again, there is the press. It's a real battle of energy at the moment. Trying to make the most of a long throw in here, which they can't. Everton have equalised at Goodison Park against Aston Villa. We await our first goal here. Chelsea versus Manchester City later on in the WSL as well. Huge game between the top two in the league table. Manchester United could temporarily go second if they get a result here. Arsenal not playing this weekend because of the Champions Cup.
You just seen there when the ball does go forward. I think it was Martha Thomas at that point leading the line at the front and really galvanising their players to get forward and get out as quick as possible. It's obviously kind of something they've worked on in the week when the ball does go forward, to try and condense that space and not allow Manchester United time to play.
Manchester United win the ball back. It's poorly worked from the throw-in. Miyazawa. Now Letizia. Straight into the arm of Capox, claims Letizia. The referee doesn't see it that way, and play continues. Holland, dangerous down the left-hand side, takes it to the byline, but Riviere is there to prevent the cross. Once again, that battle down the Liverpool left-hand side. It's a really good one-on-one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's a great battle down there. I think Holland's doing really well to get the ball into dangerous areas. Obviously capitalises on a bit of misfortune in the middle from Letizia, but Holland does really well here. She just drives at the back line, but Riviere is equal too. It's a fantastic slide and challenge to stop the cross and to keep her side in it.
Wonderfully timed by the Manchester United fullback, but the defending job isn't done yet. The referee, Phoebe Cross, not happy with something in the 6-yard box. That 6-yard box absolutely jam-packed. Holland sends it to the back of it. Tullis Joyce looks uncomfortable. It's actually an excellent punch in the end because Clark was arriving behind her. Shimizu sends it back where it came from. Well watched by Leticia. It's a complete air kick by Nelson, and now O'Sullivan will chase that. She unfortunately doesn't quite have the legs to keep it in play.
Yeah, it's really unlucky there for Liverpool. They try and keep the play alive, again down their left-hand side with Kerry Holland, just overpass. But if you're looking at the corner that's come in from Holland, it's put right into the mixer. But Tullis Joyce does so well. You can see here she just makes herself big. She's obviously communicated with her back line and with the defenders. It's a fantastic punch, and again, that's what you want from your goalkeeper.
Clark, a big target, got a thump in the head from Fallon Tullis Joyce.
That's what they say to goalkeepers though, isn't it? Just take out everyone, don't care whether it's your own defenders, when it's the opposition's attack. As long as you've took the ball and you've claimed it and it's not in the back of the net, that's all that counts.
Here come Liverpool. It's not a bad ball in. Not the best ball in though either. There was players in white arriving there, and that'll go down as an opportunity for Liverpool, you know.
I think it will. I think it was Kerry Holland who was just arriving last and couldn't quite connect with it. Coming in here, Martha Thomas does extremely well through the legs of Sandberg, and Bergström with the first time cross, but you get, like you say, lack of quality there. And I think the expression there from Holland, she knew exactly just how, that was a really good opportunity for Liverpool.
Behind Holland and too far in front of O'Sullivan, just not in the sweet spot. Malar goes up with Clark. Second ball won by Nagano. Now Bergström on a yellow card. Up against Malar, who's also on a yellow card. But we had quite a frantic start to this game, and the energy's not really sapped out of it at all. It's been a continually high bar so far here in Lee. Ziggiotti, not the best of passes. Janssen can only hook it forward straight through to Jennifer Falk. Tell you what though, the Liverpool supporters, they're out singing the Manchester United supporters at the moment.
They are, they're out in full voice today. As to be expected, you spoke about it at the start, about the atmosphere of, the game and the rivalry between Manchester United and Liverpool. Expected that from the fans today.
Toe in there from Nagano. London City Lionesses have equalised against Brighton and Hove Albion. Liverpool very much encouraged. That's that first WSL win of the season last week. So they're playing full of confidence here against one of the best sides in the WSL.
They are, and I spoke about it before, but I think it's the organisation for them is key. What they're really doing is they're pushing Manchester United's full-backs back as far as possible. So you've got like Anna Sandberg, who would love to get high in attack, and she's not been able to do that as much today, given how high and how aggressive Liverpool are pressing.
Yeah, the midfield has been a real battle. The trio of Capox, O'Sullivan and Nagano absolutely matched that of Manchester United's midfield. 6 minutes to go until half-time. Not been many stoppages at all, other than a couple of yellow cards. So I'm not expecting too much injury time as that goes out for a Manchester United throw-in. Options on the bench for Manchester United. Too soon to call upon them yet, though.
No, options for Liverpool as well, though, you say, as how much they've strengthened the window. They've now got squad depth.
As Malar goes a yard too soon again. She disagrees with the assistant's decision on this near side, and the frustration is etched across her face. I don't speak French, but her body language is telling us how difficult she's finding this afternoon.
Yeah, I think body language again is enough, but she strays just offside. It is tight. It is tight out on that, her left-hand side, but it looked like she did stray just offside. But again, the frustrations, you can see she can't hide them.
Assisted both Turlin and Park in the win against Aston Villa. Oh, Liverpool trying to play out from the back once more. Could be their downfall. Park keeps it alive for Manchester United. The shot will ricochet across to Malar, who gets it taken off her toe by Capox. That's a crucial touch. Sandberg forced to go back. Look at the white shirts around Sandberg, though. Janssen sends one in. Turland gets her head on it. Goalkeeper leaves it. Turland is unconvincing at the back by Liverpool, but Turland's shot is wayward in the end, and the visitors get away with it.
I think that's the right phrase, got away with it, to be honest, because, again, causing their own problems. I think it was Falk, again, trying to play out from the back straight into midfield. You see kind of potentially creeping offside there, Turland, but, again, Liverpool do well. They get numbers in and around the ball, especially in that position, not allowing Turland the time and space to turn properly, so she can't quite steer a shot goalwards.
Yeah, good couple of metres wide of the target, that one from Elizabeth Turland. That's her 4th shot of the afternoon so far. She's very much the focus of the Manchester United front line. Parker Mallard offered very little in the penalty area so far. Here is Park. Excellent pass down the right-hand side. Zigiotti has to get this right. It's cut back. It's a heavy touch by Nalsund. Park's in support. It's Jess Park. Turland. Nalsund. It's patient, and it's Mallard. And Bernabe is able to sweep it away. Manchester United trying to walk it into the net.
It's literally that. They're trying to walk. You were waiting for someone to take the shot, and it just wasn't coming. Whether that was Liverpool condensing the space, but you felt the shot could have come sooner.
About 4 players in red with the chance there to pull the trigger, but they were all hesitant. It's woken up the support, though, here in Lee. Janssen, Park, what a first touch that is. Not a bad cross either, but too far in front of Turland, and Falk will take a moment to calm this one down.
What a fantastic crossfield ball that is from Janssen, the awareness, just to see Park out on this right-hand side. I think this is the occasion. Again, no one really being able to get the opportunity to take the shot. Mallard, for me, has drifted offside again on that occasion. But Liverpool doing enough just to clear their lines.
I think that's the first time that Manchester United have had like an opportunity where they've passed it around in the penalty area, but no save to be made for Jennifer Falk on that occasion.
Sometimes there's almost too many passes, isn't there, inside the opposition's box. You kind of want someone to pull the trigger and have a shot on goal.
You could hear the crowd getting excited as the passes were made. Liverpool with only 1 shot to talk about so far. Sandberg clattered by Shimizu. That'll be a United throw-in. They may have had more shots, Manchester United, but they've not dominated.
No, and as you say, the shots, yes, there's 6, but have they really, really made Falk work in goal? Probably maybe once or twice, but definitely not the 6. So it doesn't really tell a story of the game for me.
Absolutely not. It's Mallard. Finds Sandberg, the Manchester United fullback, always keen to join the United forward line. There's Miyazawa. Capox with the press once again. Leticia. Martha Thomas, she's done a lot of running around, not had many opportunities to talk about so far. Riviere trying to get away from Holland, but the Liverpool winger works back and is unlucky, in my opinion, to give away that free kick.
Yeah, I think on initial sight it looked harsh. It looked harsh. It just looked like a good battle between Holland and Riviere, what we're used to seeing within this first half. It was a tussle. Yeah, for me, not a lot in that at all.
There's a bit of shirt pulling going on,
a little bit of a shirt pull, but she's, again, I mean, I'd still think it was harsh, to be honest.
As does Kerry Holland. Liverpool with a free kick to defend in the final minute of this first half. Can Mark Skinner's side find that goal? Not the easiest position to take a free kick. Zigiotti will send it in. It's well watched by Fisk. Now Park. All alone on that left-hand side. Sandberg. Zigiotti to Janssen, who's out on this right-hand side. Strong tackle, but the ricochet falls the way of Turlin. Just 1 minute of injury time added on at the end of this first half. Park. Is this her time to weave some magic? It's Jess Park! Clever footwork, but the finish wasn't there. Danced their way through the Liverpool defence, but couldn't find the target.
No, she couldn't. She is so good at doing that, Jess Park. And if there was any player for me on the pitch for Manchester United that was going to be able to take the game, change the game, she would be that player. But obviously on that occasion, couldn't quite steer it goalwards. But she just shows that little bit of spark, that little bit of energy of what she is capable of, Jess Park.
Well, a goal against Aston Villa last week where she dribbled through the Aston Villa defence on the edge of the penalty area before slotting it. I thought she was going to replicate that right there. Here's Clark. Seconds left in this first half. Oh, and Falk is closed down by Nalsund. It's a nervy end to the first half here at Lee Sports Village.
Potentially not, but they do have, bodies on the subs bench that they can bring on to continue that high intense pressure.
Will we see any of those substitutes in this second half? It's the same 11s at the beginning of this second half as it was at the beginning of the game. As Liverpool try to play out from the back once more. It's Thailand. Is this the chance? She tries to return it to Malar, but Fisk comes across and the Liverpool defender makes a crucial interception in the first 30 seconds of the second half.
Yeah, they're just trying to catch Liverpool sleeping, aren't they, Manchester United? It's Thailand just trying to cut it back across to Malar, but Fisk does well and is equal to it, but a very early warning sign for this Liverpool side that Manchester United have come out fighting in the second half.
The home support trying to match the level set by the players on the pitch. Zigiotti will take this corner, not a bad one. Good header by Fisk, only as far away as Jess Park, who finds some space and a shot. Great save by Falk. It's still alive with Zigiotti here. Letitia. And now Park. The palm stung by Jess Park. Jennifer Falk with a powerful save. Still with Manchester United. Miyazawa. Up goes Shimizu, who gets it partially clear. Manchester United will start once again. Here's Park. Thunderous drive on her right foot. Mean business at the beginning of the second half to the home side.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth there. I was about to say they came out second half and it was Park on that occasion, just fell to her inside the box and she unleashed a fierce shot at Jennifer Falk. Direct at her and she was equal to it, but again, warning signs from Manchester United.
This time Park is offside. Top scorer at Manchester United with Melvie Malar in the WSL is the former Everton loanee, of course. Got a goal and an assist against Aston Villa, and this was one hell of a drive.
It was. She just takes a fantastic big touch past Capox. Falk does so well in the Liverpool goal, but you can just see what Jess Park's trying to do. She's only got one thought in her mind, and it's that strike at goal.
Gareth Taylor knows all about her ability, of course, having worked with her at Manchester City. Once scored for Everton against Liverpool in a 4-3 victory a few years back. Here's Janssen. Miyazawa out to Sandberg. We usually see the Manchester United fullbacks flying forward into attack, but they've not really been able to show what they can do so far this afternoon.
No, you're right. I think that's potentially what Skinner might have been talking to him about at half-time as well. How do you get your fullbacks involved? How do you get them higher up into the opposition's half, especially in the second half, and to create those overloads? Because at the minute, they're not doing that. You can just see here just how deep Jade Riviere is into her own half.
Forced to go long. Smart flick by Miyazawa, but no one onto it in Manchester United colours. Forward by Clark. Riviere sends it back where it came from. Nalsund Has the muscle over Clark, but the bounce favours the Liverpool defender. Miyazawa, clever touch in the middle. Zagiotti with the more power than direction kind of ball forward. Well, he'll be pleased with how his side have played so far in this game, Gareth Taylor, but there's still a long way to go. Defending to be done here for Liverpool, and that's exactly what Clark does. Terland didn't seem happy with where that was. Clark steps in, does concede the corner though.
Yeah, as you say, it's a long way to go for Liverpool. They do have to maintain that intensity in defence, and not only physically but mentally as well. They need to stay switched on, and they do so on this occasion. It's a long ball over the top, but Clark does really well to get herself back out. Could she have prevented the corner? She's tried to do so, but unfortunately couldn't do on that occasion.
I don't know if the whole ball was over the line there. That's Jenna Clark's argument. I'm sure she'll have something to say if Manchester United makes something happen from this corner. Sandberg to take. Oops, it to the back post, over everyone in the middle. Park will keep it alive. Faced with Nagano, but finds the cross either way. Sandberg. Two incredibly deep crosses from Manchester United there. As Letitia slips. Sandberg on hand to help out. Riviere looking for Malar. Clark is up, and so is Nagano, but the offside flag is raised against Melvin Malar, not for the first time this afternoon.
Now Liverpool get to just breathe a little sigh of relief now, as Riviere looks up and this ball comes back in. Yeah, Jess Park and Mallard offside there.
Beaten in the air by Clark, who's been dominant so far, both Fisk and Clark. Really impressing so far, as have Janssen and Letitia at the back. It's really been an afternoon for defenders so far. O'Sullivan takes the ball off Park's toe. Riviere's onto it. She was caught there, was the Manchester United fullback. And they will get the free kick. And you could tell by a hobble, a little leap, that there was a connection on the Canadian defender's ankle there.
Yeah, she looks to have felt quite a bit of discomfort in that one. But like you said, I quite like that phrase, it's a game for the defenders. For me, I love it when I see challengers, you know, flying in. Again, it's Holland. Yeah, she just catches her on the top of her boot there. That'll be a sore one for a little bit, but she'll look to run that off.
Sore one for Riviere. They do have Hannah Lundqvist on the bench once again today, Manchester United. Here's Malar. Oh, that's over the head of the defender. Park. She cuts it back. Nolsund! Manchester United have the breakthrough. It's Lisa Nolsund brought into the starting lineup today. And that goal could send Manchester United second in the WSL. 6 minutes into the second half, and United take the lead.
Yeah, it's Sandberg here. She just picks the ball up, and it's that awareness from Mallard to just get her head up and see Jess Park in space over on the right far hand side. As she looks up, you can just see positivity. Can she pull it back? And yeah, it's Nolsund. It's a fantastic finish from Nolsund, but you know, there was warning signs of this when Manchester United came out in that second half, and Jess Park's been the creator of that. But it's a fantastic finish from Nolsund. Just arrives in the box. You can see she's calling for it. No one's marking her. That cut back from Park and that finish from Nolsund, it's fantastic, and it's 1-0 Manchester United.
The Norwegians' only other WSL goal this season was in a 3-2 win against Brighton. Maybe that's a good omen for this afternoon's result. Well, Liverpool, bottom of the WSL, concede their first goal of 2026 on the 1st of February. Manchester United behind only Manchester City now in the WSL. Well, what do you do if you're Gareth Taylor then, Fern?
I think they can, for what they'll want to be doing is try and get an early goal straight back. I think that's happened. Manchester United went 1-0 up against Aston Villa last week, and Aston Villa came straight back out the traps and were equal to them, and that's probably when you're most vulnerable as a team, is when you've just scored a goal and you're not quite switched on. So for Liverpool, it's continue to be offensive and to go forward against Manchester United.
And not to lose that energy, which has stood them well in this opening 53 minutes.
Exactly, because the more you sit off, the more that opens it up for Manchester United to take the game to you.
Holland and Riviere get reacquainted in the second half. Fisk trying to force it through, but there was no gap. Turlen runs into a combination of Fisk and Nagano. Manchester United will have the throw-in front of the Liverpool manager, Gareth Taylor.
That way that Mallard kind of came in from this left-hand side, opened up, played it out into Jess Park, was pretty much a carbon copy of the assist that she got last week against Aston Villa. So when we're talking about her, obviously her goal-scoring capabilities, but like you say, becoming a provider and really, you know, making an impact for her side that way.
Ball in behind here is for Martha Thomas. The new signing finds the cross into the middle for O'Sullivan. It's an excellently timed tackle in the middle. That had to be perfect from Ziggiotti, and it was.
It was perfect, not only for, you know, for Manchester United offensively is Ziggiotti on fantastic, but a defensive work rate is second to none. And, you know, providing that goal-saving challenge there was fantastic from her. It was very well timed.
They've just struggled to get Martha Thomas in the game, though, haven't they, Liverpool? Despite all of their effort and their impressive play, Thomas has just looked isolated at times.
She has, and you know, we spoke about it at the start of the game, is when they have got the ball, it's almost like they've got more time on the ball to be able to build and get players forward with her.
Manchester United win it back off loose. Liverpool play again. Mallard. Strike hits Shimizu, and Clark's able to bring it away. I don't know how many times Liverpool have given it away trying to play out from their own penalty area in this game. Now it's Kerry Holland's turn to bring the ball forward. Faced with Riviere once more. Holland cuts inside and sends it in! Well, Martha Thomas, she's not had much to feed off this afternoon. That probably the best opportunity, in all honesty. The cross, though, too far behind the former Manchester United forward.
It was, and you can see what she's trying to do. She takes up a good position inside the box, just in front of Janssen. But as Holland gets the ball and she gets her head up, tries to find her, she just can't connect with the header, and it just flashes away past the far post.
Promising, though, from a Liverpool point of view.
It's promising. Like you say, they've not managed to get her in the game as such so far, really, in front of Manchester United's goal. So, you know, that's how they manage to do it, when they do it with positivity, energy, and they break quickly as well and at pace.
It's a clever touch from Nalsund. Mallard can't take over, though, because Shimizu was onto her instantly. Tottenham have equalised in East London. Liverpool will be pleased of that, considering their positions in the league table. No foul there. Play continues. He's still in play as well, but Tullis-Joyce is onto it. Martha Thomas, she wasn't giving that one up, but Tullis-Joyce shuts down the opportunity.
Now you can see Martha Thomas. She will press and she will throw her weight around a little bit, and you can see she's tried to create that yard of space for herself. Ziggiotti on that comes in, but she doesn't give up on it, Martha Thomas, and that's what Liverpool need to continue to do.
Kerry Holland just put too much on the pass, didn't she, there? It was not the best of times to get that pass incorrect. There's Riviere. Going to work her way around Holland, but the Liverpool winger stands strong. The United supporters getting frustrated with what they're seeing at the moment as Riviere knocks it behind for a corner.
Kerry Holland's doing so well out on that left-hand side. I think she's doing fantastically well just to continue to increase putting the pressure on Riviere. And I think for me at the moment she's winning the battle, but like you say, it's just that quality on that final ball and that final pass to become creative for Liverpool.
And Kerry Holland's been talking about how the new signings have given the squad a new, renewed belief. I think that is very much obvious this afternoon. Can they find an equaliser from this corner? So busy again in the 6-yard box. Alan Tullis-Joyce can expect this right on her head, I imagine. Kerry Holland with the corner. And it goes, Tullis-Joyce comes, flaps, it's loose! And it's somehow over the line! Liverpool have their equaliser! This side at the bottom of the WSL are level. And it's Alice Bergström with their first goal in the WSL since making the move from Sweden. Fallon Tullis-Joyce unhappy with something. Liverpool have their equaliser. It may not have been pretty, but it's one apiece here.
Yeah, you just see the corner come in here from Holland. I think it's Tullis-Joyce. She's not happy with the pressure that Bergstrom's putting on her, but for me, she comes out and she flaps at the ball. And there's a melee of bodies inside it. May Le Tissier can't clear, neither can Mallard, and it's Bergstrom who managed to put the ball in the back of the net. Tullis-Joyce just can't find her way through, and as you say, she's not happy, but for me, it's poor defending all round, I think, from Manchester United.
Chaos in the 6-yard box. Sometimes you just need to stick it in the mixer, as they say.
Stick it in the mixer, clear your lines. You've got to get it anywhere away from goal at the first opportunity, but they couldn't quite do that. And we said before, this is when Manchester United potentially would have been at their most vulnerable, when they have just scored a goal, and Liverpool have got themselves right back into this game.
Half an hour to go. This one very well balanced. Well, Manchester United won't be going second in the WSL if it finishes level. O'Sullivan pushed in the back by Ziggiotti, no foul. It's Lisa Nolsson again for United! An instant reply! Well, Liverpool weren't level for long. Lisa Nolsson at the double. What a composed strike by the Norwegian midfielder. An hour on the clock, and Manchester United are back in front.
Yeah, Liverpool won't be happy with the way this is being conceded. It looks like a shove in the back from Ziggiotti on, but Manchester United continue to play, and fantastic finish from Nolsson on the edge of the box. If we just take another little look here, they're claiming for a foul in the build-up, but if you look at Nolsson, gets it through the legs of Clark and makes no mistake with the finish to make it 2-1.
Lisa Nolsson, only one goal in her 9 WSL appearances before today, and she's got 2 in 10 minutes here.
Yeah, she's made some impact today, just like the impact she made last week for Manchester United. She's been a difference so far in this game for them.
Well, Mark's going to be claiming some managerial genius for bringing in Lisa Nolsson today.
Well, he's gone to, isn't he? He'd be soft not to, but I think she has, she's put herself about in terms of defensive work and work rate as well, but, that clinical edge in front of goal, that's what they've needed today.
So scrappy all of a sudden, but for Liverpool that must be so frustrating to find that equaliser and immediately throw it away.
Especially with the way they defended in the first half as well. They were so solid and limited Manchester United to few clear-cut chances, and then to concede so soon after scoring a goal is really disappointing.
So there is some movement on the Manchester United bench. Yet to see any changes in this second half. There's Janssen, tries to find Jess Park. When he watches it, goes out for a Liverpool throw-in right in front of Gareth Taylor. A bit of back and forth with the supporters as well.
As expected, but I think if you're talking about the substitutions and the potential for Liverpool, they do have a fantastic player in Beate Olsen, their top goal scorer, back and fit today and back for availability, so it's not a bad player to be able to bring on should they want to do so.
It's a shove in the back of Holland from Riviere. It's been a real Hollywood battle down that Liverpool left-hand side, hasn't it, between them two?
It has. It's coming together there. It's the initial one that was the foul.
Here's Bergstrom. Liverpool looking to equalise again. There's the header. Fallon Tullis-Joyce called into the save. Thomas's header on target, but all too easy for the United States goalkeeper. Seems to be a knock as well here for Ziggiotti. He went up for that header.
Yeah, Bergstrom doing well down this right-hand side, just to get a fantastic cross in. Martha Thomas finds herself in space, and I think she'd be disappointed she couldn't make Fallon Tullis-Joyce work on this occasion. And it looks like Ziggiotti was caught in the face with the follow-through potentially. First time we've had an injury in this game where the club doctors have been called upon.
Well, it gives us an opportunity to remind ourselves of the goals. Letitia with a ball in the face on the line. She thought she'd done her defensive duty, but there was Bergstrom to tap in from just a yard or so out.
Yeah, and I think Janssen went for the original header as well, but it went over her head. It was a poorly timed kind of attempt at the header.
Was that a foul for you on O'Sullivan?
For me, it looked like a push in the back, to be honest. From original look and looking at it again, it looked like we've seen quite a few of them given in the game so far, so I wouldn't have been surprised if it was given as a foul. But then following on from that, I think, you know, they don't listen to that and they just continue to play. You can't listen for the whistle, you've got to continue, and that's what Nalson does on that occasion. She finishes and makes no mistake.
Absolutely no mistake. And how often do you see it where the shot goes through the defender's legs and nestles in the bottom corner?
Yeah, Clark's committed, hasn't she? But when you do commit, you open yourself up to that and you give that yard of space for them to kind of slot it through your legs.
Well, there is a change. In fact, there's two changes, one apiece. Fridolina Rolfo looks ready to return to the action after missing last weekend's win against Aston Villa. And Aurelie Schillag ready to emerge as well.
Yeah, both of those substitutes suggest to me that both teams think this game isn't done yet. Both offensive substitutions. Obviously in Schillag, Liverpool want to bring someone on who can be creative in and around the Manchester United box and potentially put the ball in the back of the net. She caused problems for Spurs last week, and that's what they'll be wanting for her to do the same today.
And she had a couple of opportunities in that win against Tottenham Hotspur, did Aurelie Schillag. She's going to get 25 minutes or so here.
Substitution for Manchester United, replacing number 10, Elizabeth Turlin.
Well, Elizabeth Turlin is the first player off for Manchester United. She doesn't seem happy about it. She had opportunities today, but not the day to find the back of the net for her.
Yeah, like you say, she won't be happy because she hasn't got the goal, and she did have chances within the game. I don't think you can fault her work rate and her energy defensively in the press. It just didn't quite come off for her in front of goal today.
The Liverpool goal scorer Alice Bergstrom is off, and Aurelie Schillag is on in her place. Started against Tottenham, would have been disappointed to see her name amongst the substitutes this afternoon. Clever flick on from Mallard. Lisa Nalsund on a hat-trick, tries to take control of the ball. Park, Manchester United winning it back in midfield, but can't find a way through. Kerry Holland switched to the right-hand side now. Has Joy up against Sandberg. The Swede gets back. Still Holland. Holding off the Manchester United fullback. Finds a cross. Miyazawa's got to deal with it, which she does.
Again, she's done so well there, Holland, to create that for her side, because when I looked at it originally, she's coming up against Sandberg and she's isolated 1v1, and I think what you've got to do for Liverpool there is take a player out, go and play with your wide player, create a 2v1, make it difficult for Sandberg. But, you know, credit to Holland, she did really, really well to get her cross in.
She just got the ball and run all afternoon. Michael Thomas drops down to the floor temporarily after getting a slight arm in the back from Dominic Janssen. Shimizu with a throw in for Liverpool. One of the best of passes by the Liverpool fullback, and now United can break. Mallard. Instant control. She's got Rolfo in support, but not there. Clark can just watch that roll behind. Not at her best of afternoons, has she, Melvie Mallard?
No, she almost played that. Well, she did play that a little bit too early for me. I thought what we were going to see her do was cut inside again. And obviously, Rolfo was coming out on the left-hand side, create that space, create that distraction, but potentially come infield. Just wrong decision on that occasion.
Schillag goes up with Letitia, who wants a free kick. She's not going to get it. Liverpool still full of energy in the second half.
Yeah, they're not giving up the press, Liverpool, are they? I think Pat Cox on that occasion does so well. And now boxing Manchester United into their own half.
just need to create opportunities from open play, Liverpool, because it's all good and well having the desire and the energy, but they need some quality. Mallard finds Jess Park on the right-hand side. Welcomes 2 Liverpool defenders over to her, which is almost inevitable when you've got the fancy footwork that Jess Park has. Letizia. Manchester United bringing the ball forward via the captain. Park to Ziggiotti, somehow finds it back out wide to Park and continues their run into the middle. The cross is blocked by Fist though, and it'll be another Manchester United corner.
It's a good little bit of work down that right-hand side from Manchester United, starting off with Jess Park. But again, that work rate of Ziggiotti on to get it and receive it again, to get the ball in. I think equal to it, Liverpool defensively, but like you say, how can they turn this, good momentum defensively into attack?
Can they get a third goal to put them in control of this match? 20 minutes to go. Manchester United corner. Mallard tries to get the flick on. The last touch came off a Liverpool player, and it'll be another corner. There's a player down for Liverpool. Is it Kerry Holland, I think, who's on the deck?
Yeah, not a player that they want to have to see go off the way she's played today.
She's been full of energy down the left-hand side and down the right-hand side. She looks a little dazed, but I'm sure she'll be able to carry on. Oh, yeah, ball in the face.
Yeah, it's not nice getting a ball in the face like that. A few of them in my time as a defender. Don't quite connect with it how you want to, especially when she thought Mallard was going to potentially connect with it first.
Yeah, player of the match last week against Spurs, Kerry Holland. Looks like she has to mark Melvin Mallard for this corner. Oh, that's not a bad corner, almost directly into the goal. Well, Falk on her toes to punch it away. Took a teammate into the net with her, but did well to keep it out. Manchester United looking to score direct from a corner for the second weekend running.
Yeah, it was a really, really dangerous corner in from Sandberg. You can see Ziggiotti on putting the pressure on Falk, but she does so well in the goal just to watch it all the way. Concentration really key in those moments.
Actually punched it onto the crossbar. An essential touch from the Swedish goalkeeper. Big header at the near post by Fisk. Jess Park picks up the loose ball though. Park spins away. The opportunity arises for Park to shoot, which she does. Well, that is meat and drink for Jennifer Falk. And now Liverpool can bring the ball away. Schillag up against Riviere. What can the Swiss forward do here? Can't get away from Riviere. And that'll be a goal kick as well. Look at the celebrations from Riviere. She's really had to put in a defensive shift today.
She has, and you can see exactly what it means to have not conceded a corner in that position. She's now got a new test out on her right-hand side against Schillag. Schillag doing well. You can see what she's trying to do. She's trying to win and play for the corner. But unfortunately, the slide in from Riviere. It's a difficult one. It looks tight for me. She connected with it last.
Gets the decision. There's Riviere. Aurelia Schillag will have to try once more. Manchester United looking to seal it here with Nalzon, but can't find a way through. Holland can't get their motor up and running down that right-hand side. Lovely touch by Ziggiotti. She always seems so in control in the midfield for Manchester United.
She does. They're definitely winning that midfield battle in terms of that control, that quality. Manchester United with Ziggiotti home is our. Liverpool be wanting to get Denise O'Sullivan on the ball a little bit more, just to be able to connect them through the thirds a little bit, as you were saying before, around Thomas being so isolated. She'll be wanting her to be able to receive and get in support.
Just wants someone near her so she doesn't feel so lonely up top. There's Miyazawa. O'Sullivan preventing the Japanese midfielder from playing the pass she wanted to. Liverpool supporters have got belief. Alson comes deep, but can't control it on her chest. Liverpool will get the throw in. Shimizu to Fisk, who joins the midfield. Capbox around the corner. Shimizu again. Lofts one in there. Fallon Tullis' choice. Hesitates. Capbox, it doesn't quite drop for her. As Fisk steps in, and luckily for her, Holland is onto it to pick it up, but that floated cross in. Fallon Tullis' choice had to deal with that.
She came and dealt with it really well. You just have to see it again, but you're just wondering whether as it falls to Capbox, can she take it first time? It's almost like she's waiting for it to fall perfectly for her before she tries to get her shot off.
One of the 4 players to have scored this season now for Liverpool is Cornelia Capbox. Here she is now, rides the challenge of Zighiotti. Capbox still. It's tight in that penalty area. Thomas surrounded. Fuka Nagano. Alejandra Bernabe, Schillag, not the best of passes by the Liverpool substitute. Needs to do better there. Riviere receives the ball whilst trying to catch her breath. Quarter of an hour to go, though. What has this Liverpool side got in the tank? They've still only made 1 change. Here's Holland. Up against Sandberg. All on her own is Sandberg, and the ball will go out for a Liverpool throw-in.
Again, Holland just a little bit isolated down that right-hand side. It's almost like when she gets the ball, they're kind of expecting her to do great things down that right-hand side, but we want to get the players there in support of her as well.
Yeah, it's been a very defensive afternoon for both Riviere and Sandberg. The Manchester United bench has some movement on it. Looks as if Lundqvist could be readying herself for the final quarter of an hour or so. She got involved in the goals against Aston Villa last weekend. Manchester United scored 3 goals in 8 minutes. Riviere looks like the one who would most likely be going off, a right back for a right back, especially, you know, she's suffering with what looks like a knock. West Ham United now 2-1 down to Tottenham Hotspur. What a turnaround there for the North London side.
Yeah, making it interesting, potentially at the bottom half of the table as well. And scenes there, we've just seen Rick Passmore, obviously Leicester manager, there in the crowds. My old manager, he'll be looking to try and lay in around Manchester United because they've got a big game coming up against them next week as well.
Well, it is the substitution we expected. Hannah Lundqvist on for Jade Riviere. There's a little handshake with Mia Enderby as well before leaving the pitch. Might not be long until we see one of the Liverpool forwards, Enderby or Olsen. Be interesting to see if Lundqvist can keep up with the likes of Schillag and Holland. Mallard in a tussle there with Clark. Mallard goes down and looks towards the referee, Phoebe Cross, to say, where was the foul there? There was a bit of shirt pulling going on.
It looked a little bit, but she's laughing after that one, which suggests to me that she's not claiming for it as much as she did for the other ones in the first half when she looked very angry.
Yeah, she's definitely calmed down in the second half, hasn't she, Melvie Mallard? That's a good head by Thomas. Holland cuts inside Sandberg. Has support from Janssen. Excellent defensive work as Holland lashes out at Sandberg there on the edge of the penalty area. Shouts of off from the supporters. I don't think it's quite that bad, but Kerry Holland unnecessarily throwing Sandberg to the floor. All a little bit unnecessary, if you ask me.
Yeah, temperature's just heating up a little bit, and Mood's getting flared and a bit of anger coming in as she gets frustrated. She's coming across, and Sandberg does very well with the original challenge, and it's just a little bit of afters from Kerry Holland unnecessarily.
And ball over on the far side. It'll be a Manchester United free kick. The referee kept her cards in her pocket there for that incident with Holland.
She did, surprisingly, to be fair, because maybe because it was her first, potentially. She's not done too much in this game, but as you say, the afters probably warranted a yellow card.
There's two players in white on the Liverpool bench who are looking ready. Looks as if Mia Enderby is one of them. Lily Woodham also getting ready by the looks of things. Goes Zighiotti. Nalsund onto the second ball. Spins away from Nagano. Letitia. First touch for Lundqvist. Goes down with the challenge of Schillag. Gets the bounce. Lundqvist tries to slide in Rolfo, but sniffed out by Fisk.
See the spaces just open up a little bit more now for Manchester United to play in and around through the thirds and through that midfield.
Rolfo, some space on the right-hand side. It's missed in the middle. Parker's there. Once again, Falk equal to Park's drive. Palms it away. Malar. Miyazawa, clever turn away from O'Sullivan. Janssen now. Sends in a deep cross. Falk will leave it. Sensible to do so, but once again, Park stinging the palms of Falk.
She did, Jess Park, as it came out. She doesn't give up on it, out on this right-hand side. Rolfo does well just to put it in her path. First time strike from Park, but Falk again pushing it away from goal and away from equal to it. Again, it's a fantastic save from her.
Always full of energy is Jess Park, as is Mia Enderby. She's the reason for the first WSL win of the season, as Lily Woodham comes back into the side as Alejandra Bernabe is taken off. Alejandra Bernabe with more minutes this afternoon than she's had all season in the WSL. She's not looked out of place at left back.
No, not at all. Not at all. I think obviously bringing on someone like Woodham, you know, I think she's a fantastic 1v1 defender, and she will look to play offensively and support that attack, which may be what they need.
Here come Liverpool, final 10 minutes. Capox finds space. O'Sullivan, is this the chance? Thomas, it's so crowded. And Manchester United clear their lines eventually, but that was tight in the penalty area.
It was tight, and again, it's a half chance really. She's trying to find the correct amount of space and trying to cut it through so many bodies and can't quite find the opportunity to do so.
Rolfo working hard to get back and help out Sandberg, who looks to have taken a little knock maybe to the knee or the ankle. There's a slight limp to her game now, does the Swedish defender. Here's Fisk to Holland. Clark. Sandberg watches it well. She's clearly hurt herself here, Sandberg, and she's going to need a moment of treatment. Much to the annoyance of the Liverpool supporters, but you can tell that Sandberg has picked up something.
Yeah, as you said, she was carrying this. She's tried to play on a little bit there, but she does look in some discomfort here.
Yeah, she doesn't seem happy at all, Sandberg. She's clearly feeling the pain. Gabby George is back on the bench for Manchester United, but you hate to see it when players go down in such discomfort. Well, this is the goal at the moment, as Manchester United picking up all 3 points.
That was a fantastic strike from Nalsund, wasn't it? Just picking out that bottom corner, getting a side straight back in it after going 1-1.
The bench was pretty happy with it as well. Lisa Nalsund 2 goals this afternoon. You would have got good odds on that.
Yeah, they will be happy as well, obviously. Going above Chelsea now in the table and kind of passing it over to them before this afternoon's fixture. The Chelsea against Manchester City.
Well, she had her contract extended by the club at the start of January for a year, Lisa Nolsund. Her first goals since having that contract extended. Manchester United with a couple of changes. Liverpool readying one as well.
Number 2, Anna Sandberg.
Well, Anna Sandberg is off. It's just too much for her, unfortunately. Gabby George is on in her place. Defender for a defender. I'd like to see Gabby George back as well.
Yeah, fantastic to see Gabby George back after struggling with injuries of late. I think she'll make a fantastic addition to Manchester United when she is fit and back up and running and back in form.
Ellen Vangerheim is on for Jess Park. Another stellar afternoon's work from Jess Park. Beata Olsen on for Liverpool as well. Capox takes the long walk off around the pitch here at Leigh Sports Village. Five minutes to go. What have Liverpool got in the locker? Gabby George back to defend, dispossessed by Holland. She's got to get up to speed quickly, Gabby George, because that Liverpool front line is fast.
It is, and that's what Gareth Taylor's done by bringing on players like Beata Olsen, Mia Enderby. They will not give up. They'll chase everything. They'll keep going, and right until this last minute, and they'll still believe that there's an opportunity for them to get back into this game and to get a goal, especially after that 2-0 win against Spurs last week and scoring those 2 goals really, really late on.
Manchester United have Leah Schuler at the top of their attack now. Just confirming those changes, it's Vangerheim, Schuler and George who all came on. Manchester United looking to seal it here, which they do. Fridolina Rolfo with the tap in at the near post. High fives all around on the Manchester United bench, because that should surely be enough now. The 2 substitutes combining, Lundqvist to Rolfo, Sweden to Sweden, and it's Manchester United 3, Liverpool 1.
Yeah, making a direct impact since coming off the bench. It's a fantastic bit of combination play out on this right-hand side. Lundqvist gets a head up, and it's a fantastic first-time finish from Rolfo inside the 6-yard box. Just catch Liverpool off guard and sleeping. You can see the run in field here, and she just gets a head up, pulls it across goal, and Falk can't do anything about that. You can see Rolfo just makes the run across the defender. It's Clark on this occasion, instinctive left foot first time finish, and yeah, you can see what that means to Manchester United and to Fridolina Rolfo.
The substitutes making a difference at Leigh Sports Village, as Manchester United are now very much in a position of some power. 3-1 up and only minutes remaining. Just as Liverpool made those changes as well to try and get back into it. They might not be out of it yet. Olsen, George gets back in time, and Liverpool will take the corner.
Yeah, they'll be happy with getting a corner here, just to put a little bit more pressure on Manchester United, see if they can catch them off guard after scoring a goal. But you say substitutes making such a difference in this game, especially for Manchester United on that right-hand side.
It's not over yet. Liverpool corner. It's a poor one, easily dealt with at the near post by Letizia. Nagano towards Clark, it's met by Fisk. Thomas knocks it down, and the shot comes in from Enderby. The 2 strikers combining, but not finding the target.
Yeah, they can't quite find the target on this occasion. The ball gets recycled back in. A little bit of a melee there inside the box, and it just falls to Enderby, and it's an instinctive strike. first time, which is what maybe we've been asking for before, but a guy that, you know, really over the bar on that occasion, can't strike it on goal.
She's the reason why they won at Tottenham Hotspur last week, Mia Enderby, but she really will be disappointed not to have at least tested Fallon Tullis' choice there. Thomas. Even though we're in the final minute of the game, it feels like there's more goals in this. Here's O'Sullivan. Woodham goes back to Fisk. And Nagano, tracked by Miyazawa. Holland. Clever flick. Olsen, but Thomas was coming back from an offside position. She disagrees with the assistant.
That's disappointing for Liverpool there, because that was a good little bit of play to bring it out to Holland out on this right-hand side.
It's very tight.
It's very tight, very tight. Looks like full-back on the far side, actually, potentially. Might be playing her on, but it's so tight to call.
No hesitation from the assistant on this near side. Fisk's header. Manchester United looking for another one here. Zigiotti can wrap it up. She cuts it back instead. Rolfo, Miyazawa. They're lining up in red, and Miyazawa strikes it over. Not the finest of strikes from Miyazawa. Her only goal this season did come against Liverpool at the beginning of the season, but that way over the bar.
Yeah, positive from Manchester United again here. Just comes out on this right-hand side to Nalsund. Gets the ball across. Little set from Rolfo, and Miyazawa, fantastic little bit of trickery on the edge of the 18, but lacks the quality with the finish.
Not a convincing strike from Hinata Miyazawa. There she is now. 7 minutes of injury time added on, by the way. Manchester United heading towards second in the WSL. The ball's hooked forward. It's well met in the middle. Schuler with the press. Confident from Falk.
Yeah, she's not shy of confidence, is she, Falk? We saw that a lot in the first half. Sometimes it paid off, sometimes it didn't, but she will continue to try it, that's for sure.
Probably most famous in this country for that penalty shootout last summer. Saved 4 penalties. Plays her own over the top of the crossbar, mind.
There's that confidence again that you're talking about, though, isn't it, to step up in the European Championships as a goalkeeper and take a penalty.
Here's Schuler. Is there more in this for Manchester United? There's lots of red shirts in the middle here. Cross is cut back for Miyazawa. And then in comes Janssen. Miyazawa again. It's all a bit scruffy at the back for Liverpool, but they'll settle for the goal kick. Miyazawa all of a sudden coming to life in the final third.
Yeah, she's finding herself a little bit higher up, isn't she, in the last 5-10 minutes. Again, lack of quality in the final ball and the final strike, but the intent is definitely there.
This Hinata Miyazawa's 29th game of the season already, would you believe? They played a lot of football, Manchester United.
They have, like you're saying, still in so many competitions. They had a fantastic week last week, getting through the FA Cup, getting to the League Cup final. Obviously doing so well in the league as well, so they're, you know, and obviously the Champions League, so they're firing on all cylinders, really. And now they've got the squad to be able to do that and continue to do that. They're in a really positive place.
It'll be a memorable season for Manchester United. They're looking for more here at United. Miyazawa slides it through to Schuler. Clark misread the speed of that ball. It's not away yet. The referee getting involved. And Miyazawa gets a shot in. Well, the referee, Phoebe Cross, was almost an extra defender there. I think it actually might have benefited Manchester United more than Liverpool, the positioning of the referee, but Clark there completely misjudged the speed of that ball.
Yeah, I'm really not sure what Clark's trying to do there. She's trying to usher the ball out, but it's not at the pace where you can do that, and potentially causes a bit of a dangerous situation inside the box. Obviously a player who, you know, Ella Toon, out injured at the minute, but what a fantastic addition she'll be when she can come back into the side, bolstering the squad even more.
Absolutely. 3 WSL goals to her name so far as Ella Toon, and she'd like to be involved in a lot more of this season. She looked a little bit cold on the bench. There's a yellow card for Gabby George, who has a wry smile on her face. And that's why.
Yeah, you can see why, can't you? She doesn't want Mia Enderby to get anywhere near or around her. She's going to get a booking for that one, but I think she's just happy to be back in and involved and in and amongst the game and the excitement of the fixture, and she'll put herself in a very good position to get herself back in this Manchester United team.
And the former Everton defender should enjoy this victory more than anybody else, you'd imagine. Liverpool with a chance to go long. Only a couple of minutes remain. Schillag does her best to challenge over on the far side, but can't get there. It was a pretty even first half here at Leigh Sports Village, but the second half Manchester United have taken control as they look to go second in the table. It's clearly something a lot more interesting on social media than there is here at LSV. Drama at the bottom end of the table.
Probably what they were looking at.
Aston Villa 1, almost definitely. Was a little bit of shock written across the players' faces.
Yeah, Rachel Williams now at Leicester, and seeing that Everton have gone in front.
That's a good flick on. Fisk with a handful of Ellen van Gaheim's shirt. Nagano. Only a couple of minutes left in this one. Zighiotti. Clever spin again. Shula. Offside flag is raised against the Manchester United forward.
It did look like she just strayed offside, just a little bit eager to go before the pass is played. It's from Nalsund on this occasion. She's done so well here just to turn and create that yard of space. In fact, for me, she's onside. She's fun. I think for me, she's timed her run really, really well there. She's unfortunate on that occasion. Falk would have been equal to it in the end.
Enderby with some chasing here. Jansson's caught on her heels. Mia Enderby can't find the cross though. Olsen and Schillag were in there. Final minute here. As Lily Woodham prepares to take this throw in for Liverpool. It's got to go in now. Wangerheim prevents it from coming in. Wonderful footwork. Miyazawa able to repel the cross.
It's almost a percentage cross though, isn't it? There's no real kind of trying to pick anybody out, no specifics. It's kind of just crossing it. A little bit of a hit and hope for me, and that's potentially what's happened a few times at Liverpool today. It's been kind of hoping that someone will get on the end of something rather than clinically thought out.
All smiles in red at Leigh Sports Village. Mark Skinner gets one over Gareth Taylor. Manchester United are up to second in the table in the WSL.